Your identity, the kind of identity that you create, whether you make and keep promises to the customers, is a part of your reputation. The word about how good you are spreads really quickly in the age of the internet. So I started off here when I lived here first. I was in Fairfax. I decided to try and find something that was a high-ticket item that people needed. I owned two older Toyotas. One was a 98 Tacoma. It now has 317,000 miles on it. A 2003 Corolla, which I originally bought for my mom. And I had those two cars before I started selling cars. And they were reliable products, and I thought, wow, I should try Toyota. Toyota Marin was the closest dealership to me. I lived in Fairfax at the time. So I walked right in here, applied, was hired, and have never moved anywhere else. I love the reliability and the practicality of the Toyota product. You know, I think Tom and Adam approach the car business with a lot of integrity. You know, they support us. They support us to make things happen in our communities. What I try to do is take an active role in whatever town I'm in, helping support the schools, helping to support different projects. This is Fairfax, where I was on the volunteer board and helped do things like this playground that we have here. We actually got a committee together to pick out all of the equipment that's now here. We got a grant to purchase the equipment, and then the volunteer board worked on installing all of these things that you see here in the playground. You know, one of the other projects that I worked on was the creek cleanup. Over here you see the creek. We tried to aim at about 100 to 150 participants every year. Provided a lunch for them and got the crew working one day a year, coordinating with the other towns along the creek. Because the different debris that floats down a creek can butt up against the bridge abutments and then cause flooding. And so it helps protect the homes and the businesses within the town. I've participated in a lot of school fundraising over the years. When I moved to West Marin, one of my favorite little concerts that I did was on Mardi Gras by the Bay in Point Reyes, working with the PTA. And since I'm from New Orleans, I got to build in a lot of my own personal history. That was a lot of fun, and I raised about like $4,000 for a very small school out there in West Marin. If you're helping the community and you're volunteering out there, you're creating an identity with people. You know, they see you. They see you out there and they see you care. One of the things that attracted me to coming to work for Price Sims was the fact that, you know, Tom Price lives in the county here. When you have local ownership, you have more of a connection to the health of the communities around you. Price Sims have really helped by helping us provide money, time, effort, resources towards keeping a really vibrant, healthy community around us. Your integrity matters a lot, because when you break with integrity, the story about that goes far and wide, quicker than it ever has in the history of mankind. You know, so it's important to keep that, to keep those good promises, and the value of that is how much you make and keep that promise, how reliable you are. That's really all it comes down to is making and keeping promises, and how well you do that, and the story about how you make and keep your promises.